All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the multi-time flag football champion, Daniel. You see, I got to get through that one quick. If you can't tell, the faithful listeners, the five of you that faithfully listen, yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick, so I'm gonna sound weird the whole time. I'm gonna be sniffling. I'll mute myself if I need to blow
Sound
my
like us.
nose. So just a heads up. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, boy? Like, yeah, we all been through them days, boy. Like, you already know what it is, but you got to get it going where it's going because when you in the playoff session, you gotta get the takes when it takes is hot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like,
got to pump them out. It's
I,
playoff
you
time
know,
right
you
now.
and I got a few. One of my takes before I got going. Sometimes I go on my little rant, things like that, and it's not a long one for neither of them, but I got two of them. But one of them is this might be like one of the worst playoff like series for every conference that I've ever seen in my life. Like it's just like like it's no enjoyment in watching the first round this session. Like it's like it's kind of like everybody already know who's gonna win. Even if they have 4 or 5 seeds, it's like, yeah, but they only 4 and 5 because the 7, 8 is just like no competition for the 2, 3 seeds. So it's
Yeah.
just like it's just I just don't like. I was just telling somebody that today. It's just like, what are the good series? Like, what series are you like? I just can't wait for it today. Like, I was with the Lakers Nuggets
Nah,
because I
that
thought
was
the Nuggets were
never on
going,
there.
and it's like, and it's just
Hell
like
no.
And 2 weeks ago, we was like, I was like, Lakers always get a lead and somehow can't finish. And guess
That
what?
shit
This
was
series
sad.
been the Lakers can't get a lead and can't finish. So I mean, that's my take with the NBA right now.
I don't know. I think
And
it's
another
pretty
one
good
is
though. I want to refute some of that a
I
little
just
bit. I think it's been pretty good. You got the Pacers with playing against the Bucks with no Giannis. That's pretty funny if you're
yeah, but
like it's
there's no
entertaining.
Giannis though. Like it's just
True.
like there's
It'd be
no.
worse
It's
with no
entertaining
Giannis. They'd be
because
getting
they're.
smacked probably because Siakam wouldn't be putting up 40 every night. That shit is wild. The
But
Mavs
the
Clippers. You don't
fact
like the
is
Mavs
we.
Clippers?
Yeah, but okay. So I meant to say the minus the Mavs, but I got the Mavs going to the Western Conference Finals. So I already
Okay.
thought they was gonna make. So it's like the Mavs Clippers might be, but you still got you never. All right, we can probably get. I don't know. We're not getting into that later because I've seen the little things. So it's just like you still got people on the Clippers that are you gonna trust them and things like. So it's a lot. We can get
True.
Mavs Clippers when Mavs Clippers get there. So, but
You don't like Pelicans
that's
Thunder?
probably
That
the
game was
only
crazy.
series. No, I don't. The
That first
Thunder
game was
shouldn't be
wild.
struggling like
They
that with
shouldn't be though, but it
yeah,
was fun to watch.
they shouldn't be struggling, but they young and everything
Yeah.
like that. So it's a lot of X, Y, and Z's and why it is what I'm saying, but
Yeah,
I
Herb
don't want to get into
Jones.
because it's the opening monologue, so I don't want to get deep into everything.
You're right.
And then my second one is the faithful 5 people that have been listening, welcome Zach Wilson
Oh
to
man, you
the
know how
AFC
crazy that
West.
was when I
I
seen
can
that.
talk it. I can.
Oh man,
I can talk about you every week now. Like now,
yeah,
since you was an AFC and you was a Jet, so I didn't have nothing to talk. But now
he was
you
over
in
there.
and now it's gonna be Zach Wilson. Yeah, you was over there, but now you're here.
Yeah, ooh,
Welcome. Now you're giving me something to talk about
welcome
every
to
week
hell.
in the NFL season. It's just like,
Welcome to 3 wins a year,
I
bro.
mean, and it might be hell for it might be hell for me if Zach Wilson
Uh,
become whatever the hell Zach Wilson think he's about to become. I don't know, but I know I'm leading right now in the Zach Wilson because I just don't believe in him. And thank you. Now you the Broncos back up. So if dude is sick, I know if we got to play Zach Wilson, we'll be okay. So welcome to the AFC West from a faithful Chiefs fan, Zach Wilson to the Broncos.
that shit, I couldn't believe it, bro. For a fifth round pick too, I'm just like, or was it a sixth? I can't remember. Either
Yeah,
way, Zach
it was
Wilson
a
getting traded was not on my list of things that was gonna happen. I thought they were just gonna keep him until his contract ran out. Just say fuck it. He's a
Yeah,
he's a
but I mean, the
just
Broncos was like,
above.
we need a backup to
I
Bo
feel like
Nix.
as a backup, he's a just above competent. Like you know what I mean. I think he can win you if you
Yeah, I know
a
what you mean.
stretch
It's just
where like
like
somebody goes out for four
some
games, he can
defense
win
can make
one.
them incompetent.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like he can get you 1 out of 3. I feel like in the right circumstances. But man, where should we start? So if you're listening to this, then it's actually draft day right now, tonight. Um, and I just this draft,
Is it?
it's tomorrow, yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
when whoever's listening to this, if they listening to it, this will come out Thursday morning.
Oh,
So the draft will be
oh, yeah,
tonight
yeah. True.
to whoever's listening.
That is true. That's true. That's true.
But
That's true.
I think I've come around to the idea that this draft is bad. Like I think this is a horrible draft. Like I know people have gotten caught up on the idea of like we have three or four really solid quarterbacks. I'm not sure about that. I'm not even sure if Caleb is great. Like he's supposed to be great. What if he just good? Then what
Is
happens with this
good,
draft?
right?
What if we're overvaluing wide receivers and four of them get picked in the top 16? A fourth of the first half of the draft, half of the first half of the draft will be wide receivers. You know how we're getting, and then the other another quarter of that is quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't
Right.
understand. Like I think I'm just losing the thread here with like what is happening right now. JJ McCarthy is going top 10. When the fuck did that happen? Just within the past month, and now all of a sudden he's a first round quarterback. He wasn't a first round quarterback all year. Now all of a sudden he's a first round quarterback. Now all of a sudden Bo Nix, Michael
Top
Penix
10.
Jr. are first round quarterbacks. Like I just think we're losing the plot here. Like not every rookie quarterback is good.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's just like the quarterback market has been the most expensive market, but it's been the most like, oh, you drafted him first round, and you didn't see how he could be. Let me take the contract and I can maybe see, and then pay him here and there. It's just like
it's getting crazy.
It's just like everybody wants to find their next, and I just somehow I feel like this new era. I don't want to say Tom Brady kind of killed it because he was a 6th round quarterback, and then Bill Belichick, but then you still got like quarterbacks like.
I hate this.
But
It was Mahomes. It was Pat.
Maybe Pat Mahomes. They'll say
Pat ruined it
because Pat ruined it because what he did as soon as he hit the like
first year starting.
Tom Brady was
game.
carried by his defense. His first 3 Super Bowls was his defense. We all can. If you're a Tom Brady fan, if you don't want to say yeah, then you're kind of crazy. Pat Mahomes' first game in his rookie year when he started game 17 when we benched all our starters and he went and played against the Broncos, threw for 300 plus yards and 3 touchdowns and threw the left-handed pass.
22 for 35, 284 and a pick. Not that bad.
He almost threw 300 yards. Pass.
No, that was next season.
And then everybody, it don't matter. No, against the Broncos, his first game.
No. The first game, the crazy thing he did in his very first game, his rookie year, that last game, he did the jump pass. That was like he jumped in and just threw that shit through a 40-yard dive off his feet.
That was a Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, that was the crazy pass when he did. Like that's when I knew I was like,
and then he threw and then I think we opened up against the Broncos Thursday Night Football or something like that because it was a primetime game.
Yes, like
he threw that left hand prime.
Yep.
So
I got him all right here. 304, 1 touchdown, no picks, 62%.
That's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, so even
the Pittsburgh game was wild. Pittsburgh is 326, 82%, 6 touchdowns.
But think about it is even his first game when we sat our bench players and they was like, all right, we're gonna put in our backups and see what they do. And Pat Mahomes came in and threw for that and then played like everybody was like, even after that game, I was like, this is Alex Smith last year. Like, regardless of what we do, we can win the Super Bowl this year. This is last year. This dude is crazy.
Like, it's over. You're not supposed to be able to jump and throw it 40 yards like that. Like, it's just not. Yeah, bro. It's not realistic.
So
but we got off topic.
Killed, and now but it was kind of on top because the quarterback thing is just like teams that the quarterback don't pan out for what they want to do. They go like you can even take Arizona and when 1 year with Josh Rosen, it was like new management, new everything, new coaching. Nope, I don't want the quarterback. Go give me Kyler Murray.
I personally,
and then Josh Rosen ain't.
He's been done for. But I personally think that like
He never had a chance.
Never. I think these teams just have the concept fucked up. Like the Chiefs moved up in the draft and got Mahomes.
Right.
Deshaun Watson, the same
From
draft. It took him 2 years before he was good. He got drafted 17. It was 2020 before he was like, we were like, Deshaun Watson is one of the top quarterbacks. It took him 2-3 years to adjust. Um, we just have these few outliers, but if you really think about like Josh Allen, it took him 3-4 years. Joe Burrow came in.
you had to put pieces.
He didn't necessarily light everything on fire. He got hurt, so he didn't even. He came out
Yeah,
the
he got
next
hurt.
year, and that's when they went to the Super Bowl. But it's just, I think people just miss the concept of like you need a real team around the quarterback. You can't. We see the Jets. You can't just not have a line, have one receiver, no running backs, or a 34-year-old running back, and just go, all right, go out there and be successful. You have to win and get to the Super Bowl in your first 4 years, or you're not good. Like that's the standard now. And it's so ridiculous. There'd be no Drew Brees. Drew Brees would have been out of the league. Guys like that came on late.
Phillip Rivers would have never been. Phillip Rivers never lasted as long as he did.
Exactly. Kirk Cousins would have been out the league because he was below average in Washington. He was cool. He was all right. All right is not good. Like right now, it's crazy to think like Justin Herbert is all right now. That's how high a level of a quarterback you have to be like, yeah, he cool. We've crossed over like way past any
Trevor
like,
Lawrence. Yeah, he cool.
Man, people calling Trevor Lawrence trash. Like that's where we're at. Like he's not trash.
Right. That's it.
He's solid. Like
Yeah,
he's at minimum solid. So just the idea that we're gonna get 4 straight quarterbacks probably. I see somebody saying that the charge if McCarthy falls to 5, like the Cardinals just stand pack, take Harrison, and the Chargers might take McCarthy and trade Herbert because they can get more assets that way.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, unless you just say fuck it and do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade Herbert for McCarthy. I'm crazy.
No way.
I would just at 5. I would probably get the next best receiver as a Charger, or man, they need so many. They need so much shit though.
Yeah,
or they could just trade back.
They can trade. I think trade back's probably their best option. You need a receiver,
yeah, I say trade back,
and then offensive line second. And you can get off.
You can get a receiver. You can. You're right.
Receivers and O line was at the bottom of the draft.
Right. You can get anything you need at the bottom, plus more picks in the second and
specifically
third.
This draft.
And then you probably get another. Right. It's just defense. Like, bro, just go crazy. Like trade back. You got Herbert. If you build around Herbert, the thing about Herbert is he would have been good with the roster that he had in his rookie year. If he had John Harbaugh in his beginning years, I think they would have been good.
Yeah, a defensive coach.
But
imagine Pat came in and we had Tony Dungy still or some shit. There's a defensive coach with a brand new quarterback. It's like, nah, this ain't.
But the thing that sucked with him is he had 2 receivers that were real good, but they never could be healthy at the same time.
True. Very true. Offensive line was suspect.
Mike Williams and then the defense always had injury. Their best players on defense was also injury prone. Yep. Like he never really had it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Great. Maybe a player like Herbert, if he had a new franchise and new scenery, he probably would be real good if you put him with the right team. Like
I just think
I would love to see him get out of Kansas City division because he used to torch us low key. Like
crazy. Yeah. First 2 years it hurt. Last 2 years has been all right.
It's like I used to hate playing Herbert. Like fuck.
Now it ain't nothing. It's
but
like,
he still used to get his though.
He's still gonna get 300 though. He gonna get 2 tuds and 3. Like
right, yeah, he's still gonna get his 3, nigga. He gonna throw for 45 though, 45 to 49 though.
It's like we'll talk about it later. It's like LeBron right now.
But no,
like you can still do it, but it's just not scary. It's not scary anymore.
Yeah,
but that's for later.
Yeah, and some of that has to do with it. Yeah, later talk.
We'll push that down. But so the question here for the draft, since it's today, if you're listening, for us it's tomorrow night. Damn, I should stop that bad. what are some of for you? I have a couple. That Chargers one, that's one. But what are some of the wildest scenarios? I feel like we should just speculate some wild scenarios that are probably not going to happen. Because that feels like the most fun thing to do with the draft right now. Just because I'm tired of hearing people talk about the draft and hearing 75 different things. Like nobody knows who's going to,
Right.
who's trading. Nobody knows who anybody's picking except the Titans are probably taking Joe Alt and the Bears are taking Caleb Warren. Everything else is just nobody knows. There's
Man.
no ideas. I think it's because this draft is so, I don't want to say weak because it's not a weak draft. There's always going to be good players in the draft, but it is kind of,
It's just it's so many it's so much projected good talent that people
yeah.
could move around and tweak the draft. It's just like it's just a weird draft
It's
to say the least.
one of the
But
weirdest drafts we've had in
some
a
of mine would
while.
be I heard one. I've already even ever since you put it in the mock draft, I was just like, what?
Oh.
A lot of people got the Chiefs taking a goddamn tackle
I told you. I've been trying to tell
in
everybody that'll
the
listen.
first round, which I didn't really see that. But
Yeah.
then I heard something about the Chiefs trading up for one of the top tackles. I'm
Oh
like,
no,
get the fuck
hell
out of here.
nah.
We
It's
bet
so
not
many.
waste all our draft capital to trade up for a
Yeah.
tackle.
And we can
Like,
get a
I get
tackle
that,
at
but
the
it's just
end of
like,
the first
what the fuck?
round.
Like, I mean, I get the receiver, but I get the receiver. I guess both receiver and tackle rooms are so big this year that you could waste your pick and grab one and then get another one in the second round if you got a second round pick
True.
and then still be okay. I
I
get because
ugh.
we need a tackle because one of ours is either coming up or
Well, we have a
no, we
real
got
issue.
Wanye Moore. We got Wanye Morris is supposedly supposed to be starting over there on that side this
Yeah.
year.
Well, this
But
the issue is next year, not this upcoming year, but the year after that. Because at the end of next season, Creed is up, Trey Smith is up, Tootie is up.
we gonna sign both of them though.
So it's
Tooney's gonna
like,
be out because he's older.
so
We're
then
gonna sign both of them and
you
then
need a
Tooney's gonna be
lineman.
out.
You
Yeah.
have to get a lineman
Yeah,
in
you need him.
that could
Yeah,
play in 2 years.
I get that.
And that's where it came from. Listening to somebody who was talking about it, they were like, the Chiefs 2025 roster is this is their offensive line, and it was just like uh Juwan
Nobody.
Taylor. It was like that's it. It's Juwan Taylor and Wanye Morris. It's like, oh shit. Like and Joe
Yeah, and
been
that
hurt, he's
and
old, and he probably will want too much money still. So it's like, all right, bring a young guy in,
yeah,
sit behind everybody, and hopefully a year, 18 months from now, he can be starting. Which to me is just I've accepted that at this point. Just like that's most likely what's gonna happen.
yeah.
We gonna trade out or we taking a lineman. Like I hope that a receiver that I like falls to us, or that we can like move up in the second and get one. Because it looks like Troy Franklin, Lab McConkey, Xavier
Yeah.
Leggett, those it looks like those
I ain't
guys
heard too
the
much
second
about
round.
Coleman either about it.
Keon
Coleman
Coleman,
coming out from
he probably
yeah.
second round. I was looking at a couple of them, and like Troy Franklin was the saddest one to me because he went from being like ranked 24th in all the mocks to being like
Yeah.
40 something. It's just like oof. And now a lot of them are that's where they at. And if like, do you want to take the 42nd ranked player or the 45th ranked player in the draft with the 32nd pick
Or
just
the
because?
yeah.
Like nah. I'd much
Yeah.
rather trade up
But and
in the
then
second
so
round because that's a lot less capital to just trade up from 64 to 45 than from 32 to
yeah.
15 or whatever it is. Like that's gonna be too crazy. Oh, here
Mm.
I got one for you. It has to do exactly what we're talking about. I'm gonna ask you the question. I'm not even gonna throw what it is out there. Like, would you trade? And it's probably I have to change it because what I was saying earlier that's definitely not happening. Would you trade this year's first and next year's second for DK Metcalf?
No.
Why? Because I know why I wouldn't do that. Because somebody said something about DK Metcalf, and then that made me think like, would I do that? And I got to the same conclusion.
Because when you okay, so when you trade somebody for like take the second round pick out of it.
Uh-huh.
When you trade somebody for a first round pick solo, it's just like, okay, so can I get him, can I get somebody who's produced like him this year, so we not back a step, or somebody who can produce just as much, like
I get what you're saying.
going in our career. So you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, so already, so if I can't get nobody in the draft like that guy, then okay, maybe okay, so it's different. But
You probably not. That's the problem. You're probably not. I mean, you could get lucky and maybe one of those
but
guys
we never
is.
know, because now you get it. So now you're getting into like other things, as in like he's bigger, faster, stronger, X, Y, and Z. But
Yep.
if you did DK Metcalf this year for first, well, you said next year's first and next year's second,
No,
or this year's first and next year's second?
Year's first, next year's second.
So at that point, you just got to look at all the receivers that's coming out this year and all the receivers coming out next year.
Yep.
And possible receivers that come out next year, and be like, do you think any of these we can not even like size and speed based, it's like production based. Any of these receivers you think is going to be production based in our offense that's going to meet DK Metcalf's standard? But you got to think DK Metcalf is always paired with the play action.
Yeah.
He was always paired with another good number 2, which was Lockett. Lockett was always known for toe tapping and hands. So It ain't like his number 2 was trash. So
but
it ain't like
Kelsey. He'll get Rasheed at some point. I don't think it's going to happen.
Right. So you talking about trading?
To me, it's the money.
You talking about us trading for DK?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's going to want his money too as well.
Well, that's the problem. His contract is up after next season, not this upcoming one, but after that, 2025.
So it'll be a 1 year.
It's a 2-year deal.
At this point,
it's a 2-year. Yeah, you getting a 2-year.
Oh, with an option.
No, just straight up. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2026.
But he's gonna. Yeah, but he's gonna want a contract by 2025. It's gonna be very, very.
You can cut him next year, so his contract is 24 and a half this year, 29 and a half next year. But you can cut him after this upcoming year, and it's only 11 million on the cap. So it could possibly be, hey, we bring you in, it don't work, and we just lose $11 million. I don't think they're going to do that.
They're not cutting DK. They'll probably trade. You got to understand? Yeah, and then you got to see what it's like after you trade them, because I mean, but at that point, keeping them all the way and then taking the $29 million hit on the cap won't be shit, because receivers is already making 30.
Getting 30, yeah.
So you saying like your last year you making 29 million? We can wait till a contract till then, because niggas is already making 30. You want to make 30. You're already a top player this year, and like, so you got to argue too, because Amon St. Brown just signed
30
today for $30 million a year.
And I would
so
say
it's like your last year,
your more
rookie contract, you making 30. Look, nah, did Amon?
So? Hold on, let me check.
No. Hell no.
1,108. Remember that. 1,108. 1,100 yards.
How many catches?
66. Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, Amon had over 100. If I'm
1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns on 119 catches.
How many catches?
That's double the catch. 119.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll say he had over 100. Yeah.
So
Amon St. Brown went crazy
then again,
this year. Like,
that means DK will just be.
That's why he got that.
He's MVS. That's what you're doing. He's the deep ball. He's the go ball guy.
No,
he's guy.
No, he's better than MVS. I'm not gonna put him in that category.
Like,
we're not gonna do that
in the offense. But I'm not saying that. I'm not.
He could be a number 1 though. He's more like a
X.
But he's more like
he's the X. He's gonna be the
Higgins,
X.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I could be a number 1 on another team.
I mean, Geno doesn't really throw a lot of 50-50 balls though. That's the problem. It's like DK is just wide open, ass open, just running down the field, and he just puts it in his lap. There's not a lot of jump balls that DK gets, surprisingly, even though he's
no, right.
240.
But he also, because he runs a 4-3.
Yeah,
he don't need a jump ball with a nigga when he can run by him.
All you do is get that elbow around you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trade a first. I mean,
I wouldn't either.
this
That's
market
what it
now
came
for
down to.
how receivers are, I wouldn't. But how it would if somebody came with it, I think somebody would do it.
Can we pause right here and can like what is going on with the receivers? Why is this getting is it I don't think it's worth it. I don't think there's any receiver worth it. We're gonna get to 40 million in 2 years. Because whoever come up
Yeah, we
next,
are
Justin Jefferson is probably getting if Amon-Ra St. Brown got 30
32.
even, yeah,
He's gonna
32.
get 32. He's gonna
CD
get
gonna get
32.
33. T. Higgins gonna get
No, CD's not
34.
getting more than Justin. He's gonna get probably like
No, no,
he's
no.
gonna get like
I'm
31
saying
and a
check.
half.
P.
Justin Jefferson.
No, he's getting more. I'm saying the build up to Justin is that's what it is. Like 32, 33, 34. All of a sudden, Justin Jefferson sitting there being like, I'm way better than CD Lamb making 34. So I need what? 38, 39, 40?
You can
Are
I
we gonna get to a 40?
and can I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
I interest you on something
What's up?
that I've been saying since the nigga signed it and it came to my phone
Uh-oh.
and the team that did it, Jacksonville fucked up the receiver market when they gave Christian
Boy.
Kirk $30 million
Yeah. You're
or
right.
22
20. It
whatever the
was
fuck
20
they gave him
something. Yeah.
$22 million.
A third string. Well,
Yeah, and then now
a third receiver.
and then Tyreek Hill was like, "Whoa,
hey,
I
check this
need
out,
30."
buddy.
And that's why we traded him. Like
Yeah,
it
we
was like
we was
Christian
arguing
Kirk
him over like
got 20
28.
what?
That's the crazy part. We was arguing with
Yeah,
him
and
over
then Christian
28,
Kirk
bro.
signed for like 20. He's like, "No, I need 30." Like and
That
then
shit's
after that, it's
crazy.
like all the receivers is like, I need if Christian Kirk got this, Jacksonville paid this nigga who played for Arizona that much money. I need 30 million. That's when the going rate for a top receiver in the league was 30
Went
million.
crazy.
I'm like, Jacksonville fucked up the industry.
It's
Like you just
disgusting.
fucked it up, bro. Now receivers is high market. If you're a receiver, you put up 1,000 yards in your first. If you put up 1,000 yard season in your first 3 years, they're
Getting
gonna be like,
25
you need to
plus.
be paid like a top receiver.
Yep.
Like,
25.
it's just that
At a
simple.
minimum. Second stringers are gonna get 25. That's where we at. Like Rasheed Rice.
And
If his contract was up right
and
now,
what's
he'll get at
crazier
least
is
25.
if it was your contract year, you're probably making more. Because
Yeah.
it's like, what have you done for me lately, league? So it's like
It's
your first 2
nasty.
years, you can go for 500, then you can go for 750, and your contract year 1,250. Oh, give him.
30,
He's like,
40.
what the fuck? His first 2 years, he only had 900.
Oh, what about Jamar? What is Jamar Chase gonna get? We might see a
Yeah, that's what I'm
$40
saying, bro.
million wide receiver within the next year. By this time next year, somebody will probably have 38, 39, $40 million a year as a wide receiver. And it's crazy because I remember we had this conversation when we was doing the quarterback stuff. It was like Brock Purdy gonna make 40 million. So think about that. That's where we at. Is that somebody like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson is gonna make 40, and so is Brock Purdy. So is like a third tier, second, a high third tier, low second tier quarterback. It's crazy. I was just looking at this shit today. It's double the NBA salary cap. I couldn't believe it. Well, almost double. This NBA salary cap is like 150.
Yeah, but it's less people. It's less people on NBA cap.
Yeah, I mean they make way more
it's
money per
12
person.
to 15. Yeah, it's 12 to 15 on the NBA roster. It's 53 on one NFL roster.
But you know how wild that is?
The top half make like what they say. The top half make like 70% of the money or some shit like that. Like
everybody else getting $2, $3, $4 million deals. I need to see what it is because I was thinking about this when somebody was talking about Jamar Chase getting a contract. So it's $255.4 million for the salary cap this year, a $30 million jump from last year.
Yeah, you know why? You know why though, right?
Huh?
That Taylor Swift got a lot of views.
Oh, well, it wasn't just Taylor Swift. A lot of people just watching football. But
I know.
The whole point I bring the number up is if Jamar Chase gets close to 40, we talking about one quarterback, one receiver make $90 million to combine. If you got a second string receiver that you paid, like a top second string, say T. Higgins, that's another 30.
Like
that's
17.
25. No, it's more than that. It's 25.
30. So
at least 25.
No, your second string. If you paying 30 for your first one, your second string making at least got to be 17. Like I ain't paying them another 25, 30, and then 25 for my second string.
It's like you said, Christian Kirk.
No, I'm doing 17.
Making 20. He's still making 20.
But he was paid he was paid as their top receiver though.
Kinda, yeah.
Like he was their number one, even though Christian Kirk did do numbers last year and things like that. He was paid as their number one because you remember Calvin Ridley was just getting traded to them.
Yeah. I just think we're in a weird. This is
So
getting.
they
It's
paid
getting
him as
too
a number
weird.
one. That's why they did that.
So hold on. Let me pull this
And
up.
that's why 11 receivers is going this first round. Yeah,
So
how many receivers you think going in the whole draft? Probably around 50.
right now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So okay, what are we calling? What are we calling? Devontae Smith, second, right? Second. He's the second option behind AJ Brown because he just signed two.
Yeah, he's
He
probably
just signed
second.
2 weeks. He just signed
Yeah,
for
he
twenty
signed for
five
like 20
million.
something.
25 million a
Yeah.
year. So that's what I'm saying is like
But he
you're
could be a number one. And
yeah.
then them
But that's what I
signing
was
him to
saying.
that deal can but them signing that but what the Eagles did was smart is they signed their number two because AJ Brown, they already signed AJ Brown to a deal when they traded for him.
Yeah.
They signed him to an extension. So they signed DeAndre Smith to a $25 million deal because based on production and things like that with AJ Brown, they made him feel like he was second. But I don't think AJ Brown deal is going to be up in like 2 years, right? So they're going to have a number one receiver possibly at $25 million, and then they can go get another receiver.
His contract is up in 26, so 2 years. Next year and the year after. And then he has like
2 years, exactly.
It's a weird void
so
year
they signed,
after that. That's $9 million. They just pushed all the money up front.
Right. So they signed So they signed Smith to a 4-year deal for $25 million. Yep. And then they can possibly get AJ Brown. So 2 years is this year and 26. They could probably trade him or do whatever they want. They got a number one receiver at $25 million, and they can go trade and do whatever. Bro, that was the smartest thing they could do.
Think about this though. AJ Brown, not this upcoming year, but the year after that, $41 million cap hit.
He won't be an Eagle.
He will be that year.
That's what I'm saying. You remember we looked up Tyreek Hills? You remember we looked up 40, but what's the dead cap hit? They let it go.
Oh, you're right. It's only
is that the dead cap?
It's 32 million.
Exactly. So
they can't cut him. Million. Hell no, he's stuck. He's stuck till the next
they gonna
year.
Cut. They can.
The next year is
2026, right?
No, 2027 is when he has his cap hit is $9 million. You can cut him in between the 26 and 27 season. You cut him.
What's 20
in the if you cut him
if
before
they cut him in 2026
after this year? If you try to cut him after this season or try to trade him or whatever you're trying to do, it's 32 million. It's like it'll be more than what Tyreek is making right now.
Yeah, but it'd be more than what he will want for an extension.
What is he gonna want? See, that's why
AJ Brown.
That to me, that's why it gets scary because if the price of a number one
Tyreek Hill in 2 years, it'd be like $40 million cap hit if he stays on the roster.
But that's what I mean. Justin Jefferson is the one we got to worry about. What's the cap
hit
or
dead cap hit? I'm saying, what's the dead cap hit, not the cap hit?
For who? For AJ Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this
if
year.
They let it, like if they
this year it's 30. It's 43 million. And then next year it's
15.
32. No, it's 15. And then the year after that it's 32. So you can cut him after. Oh, that's this year. My bad.
So I would cut him after. Yeah.
So you could cut him after this season, I guess. We talking about cutting AJ Brown, but that's definitely not happening though.
Either way, I ain't cutting him, but if you let him go, trade him. If it's still a dead cap hit of 15 million, they would. The smart thing is to do for AJ Brown, who wants to be paid as a number one. If he's seen Smith get paid for 25 million, what the hell you think AJ Brown gonna want in a contract? No, bro, like no.
That's my point.
Hit him, trade him at that dead cap when it's 15 million. And then that's why I said the Eagles did it smart. They paid their number two receiver 25 million, where it was right there in the market where it's like you could be a number one and things like that. So then when they go trade AJ Brown or they go get somebody else in the draft in a later round where nobody cares about him, but he's gonna be like a top player, then Smith's gonna have to carry the load. Like Justin Jefferson is gonna be is still on his rookie contract.
So we just have to come to grips with the fact that like wide receiver shit is just going to keep going up and up and up and damn near. It's damn
a passing
near,
league now,
but it's damn near catching the quarterbacks. That's my whole thing. Is like we went from top wide receiver getting
Might
under
pass him.
20 from under 20. Like Tyreek was making like 18 or 17 before he got that crazy contract. And he was like, I want 26, 27, 28. It's like, what happens in 4 or 5 years from now? It's like, are they making
Yeah,
50?
because when Christian Kirk signed for 22, I think it was 22, 23 a year. I said, as soon as they 23 million a year, I was like, bro,
It's sick.
nigga is not gonna want like the top Christian Kirk. He wasn't even a top 20 receiver when he signed that.
Yeah. Crazy. Good thing.
I'm like,
Luckily,
oh my God.
there's not a lot of good wide receivers coming out the next. Oh, no. This is right now. Fuck. Hold on. Ooh. Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Brandon Cooks, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown. No, he said Demarcus Robinson. I'm weak. Brandon Ayuk's contract is up. He'll probably get a nice payday. It's not a lot though. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do a couple more of these. You got any more crazy draft scenarios before we jump to basketball?
I had my Vikings. I don't know.
Nah,
I just feel like they need a quarterback, or Sam Darnold's not going to be it. Justin Jefferson will not play this year if they don't get a quarterback.
but you can get JJ
Uh,
McCarthy. That's what everybody says they're gonna do.
please don't get JJ. That's what I was just saying. Like,
Probably gonna
please don't
happen,
do
man.
that.
Probably gonna happen. That's the sick part.
I
Or
know.
they take Penix at 11 if they stay. Weird draft, man. It's just it's a weird line. Like it's a weird order. It's weird players for some reason. I just don't. The obsession.
I'm gonna be.
Go ahead,
I would say I'm gonna be feet kicked up watching every weird thing about it.
boy. Me too. Right with you. That's just ridiculous, man. Let's get to some more ridiculous stuff. The NBA playoffs. It's happening right now. We got
Mm.
Boston taking on Miami Heat. It is 58-61 at halftime. The Celtics are up. It's
Wait,
only a 3-point lead.
58-61.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what's the score?
58-61. Celtics are up 3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is a
All
win.
right, Miami.
They came to play finally. That's wild. Jaylen Brown got 21.
No
Tatum
Jimmy.
got 18. No Jimmy. It's just straight. It's Caleb Martin, Hero, and Jaquez are the ones doing the scoring. They
Makes
all
sense.
got like 11, which is not. They're just spreading the ball
Oh,
around.
well, that's what it. That's it. That's what they need. Like that's Miami ball right there.
They shooting 50% from three. Yeah, that'll
Mm.
do it. That'll keep you in the game. Shooting 50% from three.
Yeah, definitely will.
Let me go
I mean,
jump.
it's still in the away game, so if I can sneak this win, then it'd be good.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy Butler's done. Like, so if you, I wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
want to win. That would just nah. If they beat if the Celtics lose in the first round, it's the most embarrassing thing that's pretty much ever could happen in the history of the NBA. If you lose in
Yeah,
the first round, I already said it's embarrassing if they don't make it to the finals. But you lose in the first round to the Heat with no
to the
Jimmy
Heat with
Butler,
no Jimmy Butler.
stop it. You
I don't
that's
even want to
you
talk about it no more. To be
never
honest,
again. I would never want to talk about the Celtics being a good team ever again. But there's the first question I have for you surrounds kind of. I mean the Mavericks Clippers game was one of the first ones where I was like, what's happening right now? Well, Lakers Nuggets is a big one, but are we officially in a new era of basketball to you? Or I guess I should ask, what do you think about that? Because that's what I think. I think we finally have crossed over out of the Bron era. Like it's over with.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, the Brian. Yeah, we've been
Because
servicing
think
out of it.
about it.
Brian
Think
ain't been
think about this, bro. Kobe last playoff game, he was 33 years old. That's crazy. That's Paul George and Kawhi, I think.
right.
Like Westbrook and all them
Steph,
are around
maybe.
34, 35, or 33, 34. No, Steph is 36. KD is 36.
Oh yeah.
Like that's where I'm just like watching
Yeah,
the
even worse. Some niggas old.
they old. I just think I think people, especially people our age, are just having a hard time like reconciling with the fact that it's over. Like that shit is over. They washed up.
Yeah.
KD had 18 points last night, bro. Was it last night? Whenever the fuck it was, he had 18 points.
Yeah, it's starting to toll on. It's starting to do a little toll
I
on
mean,
things
we
like
went through the
that.
whole KG or KD. KD's been kind of, not the great Kevin Durant for 6 years straight now. And there's so much of that. And I guess that'll lead me into the next thing of like watching LeBron. LeBron is still good, right? That's the thing. Like we were saying earlier, it's like LeBron can
Right.
still do all the LeBron stuff, but it's not scary. Nobody's scared anymore. And I think a big part of it, I seen somebody that was saying LeBron had an amazing game. He played amazing defense. And I don't know what game everybody else was watching, but on ball defense, sure. When he's on the ball, he can still lock in for 15 seconds. But he got at
The
Christian
help.
Braun beat LeBron on like 4 rebounds in that last 2 or 3 minutes. Like LeBron just standing there and
He's
dudes
just
come
younger.
in, give me that. But it's just to me, that's the thing is like, well, let
You
me
know how you got the you hooped when you had to hoop against old heads and you like this old head still got it a little bit.
still
So
got a little
then
juice.
but when it's 10-10 and y'all been playing for a minute in the
Yeah.
game to 12 and all right,
Run for the
he just
ball.
he just
Yeah,
held your
like
bro. Run for the ball, things like that, where
all that
you can
shit.
out athletic him
Yep.
because you younger, then that's when you get those and then that's why I was telling my brother today, just like we gotta stop doing this, dog. Like
Uh-oh.
this nigga is 40
Yeah.
years old.
39. Yes. It's
Stop treating
amazing what
him
he's
like
doing.
he's still in his. Like we can't do this. We can't say, oh, LeBron ain't the GOAT. Then in the same sentence, be like, oh, but why can't he carry that team? Oh,
I
he's your
don't
GOAT and he's trying to carry that team at 40 years old. Like, what are we doing? Like, you can't. Like, which
No,
one
I
do you want?
understand
Do
that.
you want him to carry the team? Do you want him to be the GOAT? Like, it's just like, bro, your GOAT is not. I get it. I think you think you know he's the GOAT because you want him to be as great as you want him to be, but he's just not that no more. It's just like
Yeah.
you
That's
want to
what
be able to talk shit about him when he's shitty, when he's the greatest ever, because you want to have. But it's like I feel like they just reaching a lot with shit. Just like, bro, he is 40 years old, dog, and he's still averaging 27. He's still averaging
yeah.
his average
That's
at
cool.
40 years old.
Now hold
Like,
on.
what are
Wait,
you
hold on.
doing?
I
No, I
everything
know,
you
but I
say,
get it. I get it. He's
it's the
lacking a lot of.
small
I know
things.
he is. He's like
It's the small things, bro.
the
It's
things that we know LeBron for. The small thing. LeBron is known for the small things,
yeah.
and that's when you start realizing you not
You're not
as
him.
great as you used to be. Because great players know when they lacking the small things that made them
Yep.
great.
Yeah. You
You
just
think
not him
LeBron
no
don't
more,
know
bro.
he's
It's
lacking
yo.
small things?
Of course.
Like he's so that's why he's starting to do like. But other people, it's not the reason why is the other small thing that made him not as great as people say was like, oh, 3-point shooting.
Now he can shoot.
Well, it's the best 3-point shooting careers he's had in his career, like
Yeah.
percentage. So he knew he was lacking something, so he had to make up in it in 3-point shooting.
Yep.
He
But
did
that
it,
doesn't the problem
but
is
nobody wants to say that though. Nobody wants to say, oh, he was second and third, top 10 in the league in 3-point percentage.
yeah. The
Nobody wants to
problem
say that. He beat Curry this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think this the funniest part is I think most people are saying what you saying is just like LeBron's still great. He played great. He was amazing. But like I watched all the playoff games
No, I
for the
know. I'm
past
not saying
couple
he's
for the past two
amazing.
weeks. But hold
I'm
on.
not
Look,
saying LeBron's amazing. I'm just saying he's
Christian
amazing
Braun
for a
beating you
40
out
year
for
old.
rebounds with the game on the line. That's my
Right.
problem. All you just got to
I
box
get
out. That don't
that.
even take
You think
no type of
LeBron?
cardio.
Well,
You just box out
it
or
don't
some.
take cardio, but you know what it takes for a 40
It's
year old
hard.
playing 40 minutes in
Yeah,
the
that shit
NBA
hard.
game. Like we say it now. We say it now because it's easy to say. But playing 40 minutes as a 40-year-old with all those miles on your body playing basketball, it's probably and this young body just coming in like, I'm hot. playoff game, Bron under me. It's just like so many different scenarios.
And I get
I'm
that.
not trying to make an excuse for it, but I just
It's
understand
not.
it's just
I
like
don't think
he's
you're
not
making
going to be
excuses.
great.
But I think that's the thing is that we just have to the idea that the Lakers, and I've been saying this when we talk about
We
basketball, they're not legitimate contenders. They weren't this whole year.
Okay, so how about this?
They was in the
How about
play-in.
this? We in the stage right now with LeBron, where if you got a kid probably around as old as my oldest son, like turning 9, where you sit down and watch the basketball game with him and be like, man, you should have seen him back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh, you think he nice now? You should have seen him 10 years
Check
ago.
these
Like that's
highlights
where we
out
at with
from
LeBron
Boston
stage. Like
2010
it's
or
just
11,
like
whatever.
he's still nice now. It's like Vince Carter back when we was in high school. I ain't saying that now was that lower level, but it's just like, man, he has his sparks,
Yeah.
but and it's LeBron. Like
I think
he's just a
LeBron
better scorer than
is
Vince. But
well, yeah. I think LeBron is not he's not washed up, but I also don't
no,
think that I think that to me, I think LeBron personally was the reason that they lost. They went away from the D-Lo pick and roll with LeBron off ball. That's how he was getting his shots in the first half. They switched that, went to LeBron pick and roll in the second half, which if you play basketball, you already know if I sit here and run 12 pick and rolls in a row, I'm losing my legs if I'm 40, right? So then what happens with that?
yeah,
What happens if you decided, oh, they coming back, we down 10, or we only up 10 now? Let me get the ball, take over. The problem with that is LeBron used to be able to do that and then go rebound and play defense. So now when he's like, I'm still great, let
yeah,
me take over, you taking away a whole nother section of your game now. Like Christian Brown bullying you for
yeah.
rebound.
But
You just standing there
so,
watching people rebound, like small or just watching people run past you on defense. There's these little things that I get. He
but
is amazing still, but it's like you lost the game, bro. I don't want to sugarcoat it any other way because I love LeBron. I think he's the GOAT. He's my favorite player of all time. But also, that last game, that was a little bit on you because you deviated from what got y'all there. And instead of steadying the other guys, he tried to take over. But you can't take over at 39 no more because you just missed. Once you do that on offense, you can't play defense no more. He locked Jokic up on like 3 possessions in the first half. But you can't do that if I've just got the ball the rest of the third and fourth quarter. Like it's just that small stuff of like, yeah, you LeBron, but you also
well,
cannot
yeah, I get that.
dictate the entire game anymore. You're not Jokic, you're not Luka, you're not SGA, you're not
Yeah,
that
well,
young
try
guy that can
telling the
do
goat
that.
that.
I know, but it's
Try telling the
sad.
goat that.
That's the sad part. And then he
But the thing
crying
about it
about the
is
referees.
also if AD want to be a top defender or top this and top that,
I
I
mean, what else
mean,
do you want
come
AD
on,
to
like
do?
not scoring in the fourth quarter is crazy.
That's yeah.
Not
I
scoring in
mean,
the fourth quarter is
but
crazy.
again, it
That's wild.
to me that's a
As a
LeBron
top,
thing. Think
what they
about.
needed, what they need is a 5, a true 5.
I mean,
Go get Dwight
I
Howard. Go get Boogie Cousins. I
I think
don't
they
care.
need a
Just go get one
real
of them.
point guard because that's what happened. The problem was LeBron in the once they in the third quarter
Caruso.
when they started creeping back in and making it 12, 13, 14. LeBron was like, "Uh-oh." They put LeBron on the bench, they put AD in, and they went on a run. Now all of a sudden they down, they only up 10, and they put LeBron back in, and he ran the point. Even though D'Lo was the same thing. He had 23, what he had, 23, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. And I think he probably scored 20 of that in the first half and then just disappeared. Austin Reeves just getting the ball, do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, I think LeBron need to move off the ball. AD didn't score in the fourth quarter because it was LeBron was trying to take over. Like, that's over with, bro. To me, personally, I love LeBron, but like, if you're gonna do that and like lose all your defensive ability because you're old and you have old man feet and legs and knees and all that shit, like that's on you. You didn't have to try to take the game over. You had guys who was producing and they went through a slump and you got scared and tried to take the entire game over. And that's done with, man. Like that's over with. I want LeBron to go to a different
Yeah,
team. I want him to go to a team where he can just be off the
I
ball.
wouldn't be.
That's it. You just be off the ball, shoot that bitch, and you trust the point guard, you trust whoever is on ball to do what they do. That way, you don't have these moments in the
Be a
third or
cool
fourth
little,
quarter.
a cool little three go small forward,
Like, I don't get it because he's shooting so
and then he
well.
could be in the paint.
Yeah, you can play the
Maybe a
4 or the
stretch four.
3. That's what I'm saying. You can be a stretch 4. You can also just play out on the wing like Michael Porter Jr. Just wait to get a shot. But they need a point guard they can trust because LeBron can't play the point no more without showing like that he's 40. That's to me. That's why I think they lost.
Yeah,
You tried to
because he want the ball.
turn
He
the
want
dial back.
he want.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not
but
2018.
can you blame him though? Like,
No, I mean I can.
I mean, I mean, if I was 40, I'd do the same thing if I went to go hoop with these little niggas at the court. Like,
But the
I ain't
problem
gonna
is
like
you
shit.
got
Like,
a nigga
I'm
that's
better
10
than
years
y'all.
younger
Like,
than
I'm
you.
going.
It's a nigga 10 years younger than you, and he
I
went
know that, but it's
14
just
for
like, bro, I do
19.
this.
He was like
It
12
was
for
like, I
12 at
do
some
this,
point.
bro. Watch out. But I still do this though.
So what? I'm on
Like, that's what you don't
fire.
understand.
I got
I do
25
this.
in the first half. I got
Who to go
25
to
and three
this?
quarters.
This is my. I've been hooping at this court since 2020. Lord,
That's the problem
since
with old heads.
2011. You think you about to come on my court and think I'm about
Yes.
to have to? I've been running this.
Pass the
Hey,
ball, old man. Pass the ball,
nah,
old
bro.
man.
Hey,
I'm 20 years old and I go to a fucking D2 school. Like I got fresh legs, all of that. Pass me the ball. I'm punching from
like,
out. I'm
nah,
jumping
young
from
but I've
outside the
been out
paint.
here.
I'm hitting threes from 33 feet, bro. Like, give me the ball.
That's how it is. It's like, bro, I know I lost a step, but let me figure it out. Don't tell me how I lost a step.
The
I need to
crazy,
figure
you
it out
know, it's
myself.
the craziest part about this whole conversation is LeBron might
What
legitimately
he need to
be
do
the
is,
best passer of all time. So do one of the things that you're the best of all time at and pass the ball if you're gonna play the point.
yeah,
Don't
to
sit
who?
here to AD. He
To
was on
who
fire.
like to go?
D'Lo was on fire
Yeah,
for a
AD don't
quarter and a
want
half.
AD don't even know if he want to be a top 25 player or not, or
But when
top
he turned
75
it
player all
on,
time or not. Like,
I think
my man can dunk the ball and be like, no, my ankle, I'm out for 3 weeks.
I'm
Like,
happy
I fuck with
LeBron
AD,
is
but it's
still
just like,
playing.
Lord,
It's fun that LeBron is still playing, but also like when he just had those stretches where I'm just watching him
I hate it. I
just
low key
stand
hate it.
there
I just
outside
need
the
him to
paint.
retire so I could just.
You can't just
I
stand
just
there,
need him to
bro.
retire. So
You
I'm
cannot
just
just
tired of hearing the
stand there,
LeBron this and
dog.
LeBron that. Like, please, let's get out there. It's
It's
been
all
what?
that's
How
my
long?
whole
He got
thing.
drafted in '03. It's been 20. I'm tired of it. It's been 20 years. I'm tired of it. He's the
It
goat.
even
Let it
that shit
go.
has
Like,
trickled
whatever.
down
Like,
to in the games where he's doing that. We down, I gotta take over. It's like, well, you got a whole team that was killing. You
well,
wasn't
what?
doing
And
shit.
at this point, if I was him, I would too. I ain't got shit else to prove to see if let me see if I could. I already got the point record. I got this record. I got the
Yeah.
turnover record. I got the scissor. I got every fucking record. All right, let me just play basketball now. See what the fuck I can do at 40. Like, just do some bullshit. Like,
It's crazy because
like it's just
it's
he's
so
LeBron. Like,
ridiculous.
you can
Yeah.
literally do what you want. He can really be a shitty player and still not look shitty at the same time. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Just like, oh, I played shitty today, and still he got 28 points and things. He's still on his average.
Yep.
28, 7, and 7. LeBron played horrible. Okay.
Yep.
28, 7, and 7. He played horrible. Congratulations,
pretty
the
good.
GOAT.
That's like this: 2 steals, 2 blocks, 8 assists, or 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 50% from the field. It was amazing. The problem is the box score doesn't tell you that for 4 straight possessions, he just ran to the right side of the paint and then just stood there with his arms
down. The 40-year-old played 42 minutes.
Which doesn't, it doesn't even, that's the problem. It's just, you just old because he locked Jokic up. He locked Jokic up in like the first quarter where he got switched onto him or they was playing him at the 4.
A 40-year-old has spurts.
That's it. But you have to trust your teammates. I think that's what it is. You got to trust your teammates. We know you LeBron. We know you the GOAT.
Has he ever? Yeah.
Trust.
I think he's been there long enough and know these people long enough to know. I don't think he trusts.
But it's so crazy.
Them enough.
You trusted your teammates too much your whole career, and that was the knock on you: is you wouldn't be aggressive and take over. Now that you got old man legs and can't do nothing like that, you trying to take over.
Because he know he don't have too much time left, so he's trying to.
You should have did that shit 10 years ago.
Yeah, he should have.
I mean, he started to 2018. That's when it started to be like. But it's like,
when he went back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
When he went back to Cleveland, he started it. But it's just like,
Think about that.
I
He
don't
was
know.
33 years old, and people were saying not too much longer here. LeBron gonna have to retire at 33. We still here talking about LeBron in a playoff game. Man, let's along the lines of the Nuggets game, let's talk about the person that's him right now. 27, 10, and 20. He had a double-double in like the first quarter. He had 20 and 10, or he had 10 and 10 in the first quarter. What is this man is a robot, bro? Like, Jokic
Yeah,
is
he's
what are you supposed to do? I feel like low key he's becoming like
nothing.
Mahomes. He's got that Mahomes type of magic where just like he just make everything happen. They was down 20.
Yeah, they always down against the Lakers. Always.
That's
I
so
think he
crazy.
just plays with them because LeBron plays with him. He's like, I'm gonna make LeBron think he's about to beat me.
They was down 10
Bam.
going into the
Yeah.
fourth and made a run. And it's just it's I think Jokic is one of those players though that a lot of people just don't get it all the way. So you missing out on
No.
watching somebody do some nutty shit and get it off. Like we talked about that the other day. Like I think last
But
pod before that, he just be doing shit, and it worked. He did some shit where he chucked a shot up and it bounced off the backboard and Gordon just dunked it. Like that's just what the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
shit, nothing. Just watch this shit
Nothing.
happen.
You can't do shit. That shit is sad.
No,
But
I ain't got much on the. Where's it? We ain't got much on I ain't got much on Joker. Dude, nice.
yeah,
Denver gonna win it all per usual. Like we said, it's
shit is
just like I
crazy.
don't see like anything from anybody. It's just like if you can come back from 20 points in a half, then I mean obviously it's not against like a team that can actually score, but
Yeah. I mean, none of these. It's so that's the other thing
I
too.
don't
Is the
see I
playoffs
don't
have
see
been
them
very
going
low
down 20
scoring.
against another team but I
True.
don't yeah, they have, but I don't see another team that can go up 20 on Denver.
That's why the Lakers shit with LeBron makes me
So
upset because they could legitimately have won that game.
yeah, bro. I literally cannot watch a Lakers game. I haven't watched a Lakers full game this series because I know I told you how it was gonna go. Didn't I say it a couple pods
Y'all finna
ago?
lose.
Lakers gonna go up, then they gonna blow a lead. Like I
That's
said, it's been
crazy.
like that. Most of they ain't won in 10 games, and most of their games they had the lead at some
Yep.
point, 10+ points,
Especially the playoffs
and
last
they
year. They
gave it
was
up.
one score games and Jokic and Murray just came down to his shots.
All of them, bro. Like it's not like they get they ass beat against the Nuggets.
Never.
They
Yeah.
just can't keep a lead against the
They
Nuggets,
can't win. And
and
I'm
that's
telling
not the issue. That's why
it's because
I'm
Bron
more and
old, bro. I hate to
I'm
say
more
it.
upset because they can't keep the lead. Other than getting if they just getting smacked, they getting smacked. I wouldn't
That's
be
yeah.
mad.
Smack
I'm
from the
getting mad
jump. Yeah.
because every time I turn the game on or every time I'm watching the game, they up 12 and my hopes get up like, oh, they finally can win. And then they don't. I'm done. Like, I'm done with it. Like, I don't have no hope with them against the Nuggets at all. Any other
Yeah.
team, yes. Nuggets, no.
So is this
They
the
should have lost
they could have won both
the play-in game and went to the 8th seed.
boy, yeah, and played the Thunder. You probably would have beat them. But do you think is this the Jokic era
Right.
now? Is that's what we in? Is this Jokic little time? Because it's been 3 or 4 years where he's been an MVP candidate. He just won the ring last year. He's
Yeah,
favorite to win
I
it this
mean, it
year.
might be it might be his little something, but I don't know. How about this? If he wins this year, which he probably will, I can't wait to see that Western Conference final next year against the Spurs and Nuggets.
You think Wimby got at least a
I
first
tell you
round
that.
playoff, a
I
1-8? That's more likely than the
No, they're not gonna be the
finals.
8.
They
The
ain't got no
Wemby's
players.
I'm Western. Okay, I'm telling you now, boy. He gonna play about 40 minutes a game. They actually gonna open up his minutes. He gonna. I told my brother a couple days ago, clip this up because it's gonna happen. If Wemby plays for Team France in the Olympics, he's gonna have a quadruple double. He's gonna play Team Iran or some boo boo ass team like that, and he's gonna actually get a quadruple double because he's gonna play
Boy,
like 40 some minutes a game. I kid you, bro. It's gonna
I can
happen.
see that. That's the craziest part. Is I could see that. 10, 10, 10, and 10.
And everybody gonna be like, yeah, yeah, bro. It's not gonna be 10. It's gonna be like a 20,
Well, yeah.
12, 10, and like it's gonna be something crazy. Like he's like, bro, and he could have had a 5, 6 whatever the 5 is. Let me.
Yeah,
He
five
could
by
have had
five.
10 steals. Like,
I mean, that dude, I can't wait to
I
watch
kid
him
you not,
play
bro. Like
next year. Like once he gets through the Olympics and all that shit, and he play next year, he gonna
once
be
they open his
different,
minutes and he actually plays 40, 35, give him 35 minutes.
boy. Nah, that shit is scary.
I
Wimby's
don't know.
scary. But I mean,
And he
that's
put
what I
some
think.
weight on it. He's only 19
Mm-hmm.
or
We in a
20,
new era,
however old
bro.
he is. Like, bro, what people could.
Why would you want to play with Wimby? If I'm LeBron, I'm
And you
out.
see all these other tall, bro, the league is going to be like 6'10" everywhere
Yeah.
in like 5 years. It seemed like every time I say like this 13-year-old 6'10", I'm like, what?
Yep.
How is
That's where
that
we at.
possible?
And then you're
Like,
just gonna have these random
like
explosive guards that make it to the league too, and that's gonna be it. But they're gonna be 6'4", 6'5". That's gonna be a
right.
point guard in
Six
10
six
years.
six shoots 6'6" point guard. Like, when
They
is
talking
that?
about Edie
Like,
going
we
high
got a
just
bunch
because
of
he's seven
magics
four.
running.
Edie sucked.
Oh,
They
now
talking about
they
him,
talking about him going high.
yeah, going in the lottery.
At first, they was like, "Oh, he might be a second round draft pick. Oh, X, Y, and
This
Z's."
draft sucked
Now he
too.
is
The
a
NBA
high draft
draft,
lottery pick.
it's trash too.
I
That's the
think
crazy
Edie can
part.
probably be decent though. Like, he's 7'4", but he got a little weight to him though. He's kind
Yeah,
of
he just
built.
can't move. That's the
He's like
problem.
Joel and he's like
Hell
Embiid.
no. Embiid way more mobile, even with one leg and one eye.
Yeah,
He's
he's more
better.
mobile, but it's just like you can teach mobility though.
Hell no. What? So if I
That's like,
okay, so you tell it,
yeah,
nah,
if I
no
could
way.
put you on the cones and shit, like I could get your footwork a little bit better.
The cones
Like
ain't gonna help
that's
you
why they
with
got the
De'Aaron
cone drills and
Fox.
shit like that.
It ain't gonna help you with the nightmare of De'Aaron Fox
Yeah, but
coming off the
okay,
screen,
so
coming off the pick and roll
Joel
right
Embiid
at
can't
you.
hold De'Aaron and Fox.
But he can stay with him.
Joel
He can
Embiid
at
can't
least
hold him.
stay with him
No,
to the
neither
brim.
of them
Yeah.
could. Like it's gonna look bad for both of them. So don't act like
I
it's not gonna look bad for Embiid because he's
no what? I seen
just as good. It's
MB
like
was staying with Brunson and he got one knee. His left knee is pregnant and he got one eye. And he
this
still
left knee pregnant. He got one.
his knee is pregnant and he
I'm
got
saying
one
that. We're
eye,
not going to
bro.
do that.
I'm just saying, and he's still doing that. He's still
Get Edie in a
because it's
couple.
because for him to open up his hips and drop back 2 steps is nothing for Embiid. For Edie, I feel like I don't think he can do that. I don't think he can come up to the screen, flip his hips out, and stay with any guard in the NBA to the rim. He's getting cooked. High pick and roll, you getting cooked. Nigga, I'm gonna bring your big ass out here, and I'm just running right past you.
Well, or I guess we have to see during the summer court thing when he get
Summer league
drafted
gonna
and
be
they do the summer
hilarious.
league, whatever the hell it is.
This summer league gonna be so trash,
It's gonna
bro.
be interesting.
Nobody's good.
I mean, because don't you got like G League? No, there's some of them G League players coming in is gonna be interesting. It might be better than you think. There's a lot of G League niggas out there just they doing numbers like
Matis Buzelis.
I follow a
He wanted him. He was playing for the
You got
Ignite.
some ex NBA players down there in the G League still doing that. Ignite got a lot of decent players too, like Matt McClung. Like he still ain't even.
That shit crazy. He been the MVP
That man
of the
just
G League
got
like 2 years in a row.
They say he won rookie. They say he won a rookie of the year, a championship, then an MVP, and he still ain't been got a contract. Just like what else do this? And he averaging 26 a game.
You want to know? This is the reason that the LeBron shit makes me upset because you know why he's not getting moved up. He can't hold anybody. He can't hold water in a bucket.
Who?
He can't hold McClung. That's why.
Who McClung? Oh.
Yeah, like he's never gonna come up because he's 6'2" and he's not that fast. So you can't hold nobody. You can't hold a 6'5" Tyrese Halliburton.
So you saying he can't provide you
some
12 minutes off the bench?
Yeah, sure. But also
bench minutes.
See, that's the thing. Like the NBA, the way the NBA is working right now is like defense is just who's the shittiest defender out here. We finna put you in a pick and roll. We gonna make you switch somehow, and you getting cooked. That's mostly what's going on right now. So it's like if you a 6'2" white guy and you got SG and you for the first 4 minutes of your 12, you gotta check SGA. You're fucked. Like that's why you can't come in the league, like because he finna score 15 on you in those 4 minutes.
If they put you in a pick and roll for it, then it's what you need to do is just check them off the rip, hold them straight up, and then have help, and then just force them to pass or do whatever crazy. Because I mean, just see what it is. Because if you just get him off the pick and roll, then that'll already get you on a disadvantage because he's already dribbling in motion with the ball. Just
Yeah.
have him just
That's
guard him
where
straight up.
all the
And then
threes
if
come
you
from
get
though. So if I hold up like you saying, all
shit,
of a sudden you got two on. Now we got two people on.
SG
Somebody's
ain't
open.
really a shooter like that.
But I'm saying it don't matter
Oh,
because if
but
he
yeah,
passes,
somebody else.
somebody's
Yeah,
open. And every time you do that, somebody's open.
yeah.
And
Well,
that's why
the
the
nigga
NBA
who
the
holding
scoring is so
the shittier
crazy.
shooter help like that. Yeah,
Yeah, just
it's
yeah,
just yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
We
I mean, but the
devolved. I
thing
don't even
about
know
it is
where we
people
started
don't
with this.
preach defense. People don't even preach defense because I remember back in the
Nah,
day, niggas like Tony Allen and all them. Like, come on, cuz
Tony
like
Allen couldn't even be in the
defense was a
league
thing.
no
Like in
more.
2K, niggas, no,
Thibault
he'd be fouled
Cephalosha
out every game.
he can't be in the league no more. Where's
Yeah,
where's
this shit's
Matisse
crazy.
Thybulle from the Sixers?
Every,
Remember him? Where the fuck is he at? Straight
mm-hmm.
defensive player, gone in 3 years. That's all it took. Took three
Shit,
years.
Norton's, what is that? Norris Cole for the Heat. That was their defender.
That's crazy. Norris
And
Cole 5'10" too. That's wild.
he was a hell of a defender though too. Like, what's the homeboy for the little shooter 3-point shooter, but he was like Italian or something, pointy nose, played for like the Hornets or Charlotte. I can't. Damn, was it the Hornets?
It's a lot of those
It started
dudes.
with
I
a
don't have no.
P.
Like this
Damn,
shit. The league
had like a. He
is
was like an
crazy.
older dude, but had like a weird shot. But back in the day, boy, it had some defense. Like
Yeah, defense
nigga,
was
defense
real.
was a thing. It's like 100-point games. 100-point games. You looked at it as a kid, like damn, they was getting off.
Can I ask you a question about defense? Do you think you can play defense with one eyeball? Never mind. Uh, bro, because I can't. This shit is stuck in my head, bro. This man is out. He can't blink his
I couldn't
eye.
even play anything.
MB can't play.
What
He ain't got
happened
an
with that?
eye.
What was the thing?
So some people
How was
think
what is that
it's
a
a bunch
fake
of
eye?
shit. Nah, it's not fake because it rolls back in his head, so it's not fake. It still it still works,
Oh,
but it's just some people were saying maybe he has Bell's palsy, which could freeze one whole side of your face. Some people said Kelly Oubre like scraped his face, and maybe it was some nerve damage because he has gotten surgery
ain't they on the
on
same
his
team?
yeah, just accidental shit because he's had surgery on his orbital
Oh,
bones. Some people say, oh, just getting hit, maybe that tweaked something and now his eyelid don't work. Or the other one is this man out there hooping with a fucking epidural and he can't even feel the one whole side of his body. That's another one. Like it's a bunch of theories going around right now because nobody talking about it. Like reporters ain't talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. It's just people on the
yeah,
internet being
because
like, hey,
then
what the
if the
fuck wrong with his
reporters start
face?
talking about it, then they'd put. Yeah, because the reporters start talking about it, then the NBA is gonna have to start investigating, and that's what they don't want to do during the playoffs.
That shit's so tough, man. I feel bad for him.
But I didn't even see nothing about it until you said it. You sent me all the video. I'm like, yeah, this
What the
nigga shit
fuck
ain't
going
blinking,
on?
but
Yeah.
it did blink. It blinked
It
like
blinked
quick
a
one
little
time,
bit.
and when
Yeah, it don't go all the way, but it'll
yeah,
go
but I was
like
like,
it'll get real
I'm like, yeah,
close.
but his shit like wide open. I'm like,
And somebody was like,
he
people
better
was
not
trying to
miss a
say,
shot with that wide open.
boy, they was like, he got a scratch cornea. Let me come in here and tell everybody. I poked my eyeball like into my eyeball with the fucking end of an incense, right? Poked it, punctured it. Went to the hospital, did all that. They gave me the scans. Was like, damn, okay, you need to take this medicine, put this little gel in your eyeball every day, blah blah blah. That shit didn't make my eyeball not close. It just hurt. So it's not that. It's something crazy going on. Like it ain't just he got scratched, so his eyes fucked up. Hell nah, bro. Like I had my eye was fucked up for months, but it never got to the point where it wouldn't shut.
Mm.
That's some whole different shit. But it's just weird that nobody's talking about that. Like I feel like it's very serious. Like what if he has brain issues? Like that could be another thing. He could have spinal and brain problems. And we just like, yeah, look at MB looking sad at his post game interview with his head down.
This whole time we thought it was his knee, and my man
It's
got
both.
spinal
That's the
problems.
real problem. And he's still hooping. That shit is it don't even make sense. He's still hooping with
You
one
know what
leg
it
and
is?
one
This man
arm
keep
or one
falling on
eye.
the goddamn ground. Stop falling on the goddamn ground
That shit
on
crazy.
and doing all that. That shit look like it hurt. Like that shit
Mm-hmm.
don't. That shit ain't. I'm sure if niggas hoop, it don't matter if you hoop professionally or just in the gym. That shit hurt when you jump and you land on that damn floor.
And he
And you
falls
big, nigga, like,
slow. Yeah, because he's so big, he falls
and
slow as
he and it
hell
looked like it hurt, nigga.
every
Like it's
time.
just
Where
like,
he just like,
bro, what are you doing all that
oh,
for, dog?
every time.
And it ain't like
Uh,
you fall on the ground because you dunking on nigga. You said,
you
bro,
just
just stop,
falling,
stop and be like,
boxing
just
out, and somebody just push
you
you and
just
just
falling in the fall.
every time.
Man, it's like nigga, get your big ass up. Like,
Oh man. But
mm,
yeah, I feel bad. I personally I just feel really bad for Embiid, man. Because he's just getting just a tough slate. Like
mm.
you just once I seen the eyeball, I was
I
like,
feel
man, is
bad
this
for him, but
man
it's like
genetics
any
fucked
nigga
up?
that's
He just literally falling apart. Your eyeball don't work. Your eyelids don't work. Some people's like the skin on his forehead don't wrinkle up. It's like, damn, bro. Like the whole side of your face don't work just out of nowhere. I feel bad for him, man. He tried to come back and tough it out, and now he got one eye. Go home. I'm pretty sure. Does Joel Embiid have a
I
wife and
played.
kids?
No, he's 29, 30 or some shit like that. Like, no. I mean, I can't say like that. Like, niggas is 30, don't got wife and
He do
kids,
got
but
kids.
oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he got at least one kid. Yeah, he had a kid in
Oh, that's
2020.
what they say. At least one kid.
No,
That's what
it
the
just it's
internet
only
say.
showing
Joe
one
Embiid
kid.
got at least a kid.
Yeah, it says he shares a son with Anna DePaula. The couple welcomed Arthur Elijah DePaula Embiid on September 2020. Yeah, like that's tough. But
That kid probably already 6 foot.
last question, we can get up out of here. Harden been hooping better than Dame. I just want to point that out, but that's not the question. Who would you personally rather build around right now, Luca or SGA? You starting your own team, and you get to pick one of the two.
Mhm. That's a hard question to be honest.
I know. That's why I was looking at. I was like, "Ooh, man, like it's tough. It's a tough decision."
I mean, Luca went to the WCF by himself before
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Let's see.
So if I had to say anybody, it's because of didn't he go to WCF a year or two ago? Was I tripping?
I think a couple years ago, like 3 or 4 years. I think it was the
Yeah, but
bubble. Nah, not the bubble.
it was no, it wasn't a bubble.
Maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know,
so I mean,
but
in fact,
go ahead.
I'm
My
going.
bad.
I just have to. I don't I want to ride with my brother, but I probably
It's
have to go
hard.
Luca.
Say, and the other part is, Luca is a year younger. He just turned
Oh
25
yeah,
in
because he came in at
February.
see, he came in at what 17, 18 or
Yep.
some shit like that.
SGA turns 26 in July.
July
He
what?
July 12th. So he's almost a year and a half. He's almost 2 years older than
Nah,
him.
boo. He ain't no Leo yet.
I'm weak. Just outside. Oh man, yeah. The sick my nose is kicking in. It's kicking my ass, man.
Yeah,
Short
I
pod,
know.
even though we still did almost an hour and a half, that's usually the typical time anyway.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't that short. It was typical.
man, good
People know what's
episode.
up.
Playoffs draft is tonight if you listen in, tomorrow for us. The Heat we're just up
Man.
12, by the way. Like it's
Shout out to
getting
the Heat Nation.
big.
You know, we making moves and things like that. We doing what we do.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Hopefully my voice and my nose and all that stuff goes back to normal. Cause this shit is trash. And I know I sound weird because I can hear my voice in the headphones. But I
Hmm
hope you guys enjoyed the
And
episode. Go ahead.
shout out to my boys. You know, gonna possibly go in the first round next. Then you know Murphy, Worthy, and Mitchell. You know, hook them horns. You know how we do
Found
it.
a way to squeeze
I
it
don't know
in.
too many Kansas people going in the first round. I don't know what they do, but you
Let's
know, us Longhorns get it going. We get it cracking up here.
let's check back into this in about 6 months and see what we talk about when basketball season come back around. I guess that's longer. Never mind. Football season, you got it. You got it. I can't do nothing with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we will see you later. Peace.